Do you like fall spices, pumpkin, and melt in your mouth treats? Say hello to my pumpkin bread recipe. All I can say is it is amazing. Hey, you're watching Preppy Kitchen, where I, John Cannell, teach you how to make delicious homemade dishes to share with your family and friends. This pumpkin bread will be ready in a snap, so let's get started. First off, set that oven to 350 Fahrenheit. We want it nice and warm when our batter is ready. And have your 9x5-inch loaf pan all prepped. I'm using parchment paper just to line it so it plops right out, but you could butter and flour it or use baking spray as well. Now for the dry ingredients. Into a large bowl, and I'm using a sifter and a scale, but you don't have to. I'm adding 1 3/4 cups or 210 grams of all-purpose flour. For leavening, I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, ½ teaspoon of salt, and a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. Get it right. For this recipe, I'm using all of my favorite fall spices. So 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. There we go, 1 1/2. ½ teaspoon of allspice, which is actually a type of spice. It's not all spices mixed together. It's also one of my favorites. 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. There you go. It's a big rock, but it'll work. And finally, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And if you are going to use nutmeg, let's grind it yourself, if possible. It makes such a difference. It's like night and day. Just guesstimate 1/4 teaspoon. It smells amazing. Okay, sift it out. There's that big rock of ginger. Glad I'm sifting. And whisk it out. So whisk, whisk, whisk. And we're gonna set this aside for a moment. And the scale is all done too. Now into a large-ish bowl, I'm adding 1/2 cup or 120 ml of vegetable oil. Really nice using a vegetable oil in something like this because it just stays moist forever. It will not get hard, it's amazing. To the vegetable oil, I'm adding 2/3 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup or 100 grams of brown sugar, packed. Get out. For this recipe, I'm using a lighter brown sugar, but you could definitely use a dark brown sugar as well. Well, it's really packed in there. Just gonna crumple it up. Brown sugar is amazing, but the one thing that's kind of annoying is that it will dry up and turn into a rock. I need to do a video on how to soften it for you. Just gonna give us a little bit of a mix to get started. It kind of looks like an amazing granita right now, but it says sugar and oil. Let's add in 2 large eggs, room temperature if you please, and 1 teaspoon of a nice vanilla. Time to give it a whisk and get everything nice and incorporated. Once that's nice and incorporated, we're gonna add in the pumpkin puree. This stuff is basically magic. You can make pumpkin cookies and they're amazing, but it's really great in breads too. Pumpkin is this amazing ingredient that just holds in moisture without adding fat. So it just makes pillowy, cakey, delicious things. It's perfect in so many recipes. So for this recipe, I'm using 1 1/3 cups. I'll give you the grams in the details below. One final thing, pure pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie mix. Add that into your large bowl. I just love the smell. This is like fall come to life, and I don't care what time of year it is, I will make pumpkin stuff all year round. 1/3 cup of whole milk. I'm using whole milk, but almond milk, even water, any kind of liquid will basically work with this. Give it a nice mix, let it come together. I love the color too. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite things to make, and the kids are obsessed with it. They call it their special treat. Like, may I have a special treat? Okay, beautiful color, nice and mixed up. Time to combine the wet and the dry. Dump the wet into the dry and get it all out. Now you can use your whisk to bring it together. The main thing I want to tell you is just don't over mix this batter. It's really just until it comes together. Gosh, the smell is beyond. I meant to tell you earlier about the spices. I'm using all of my fall favorites, but could you just use cinnamon? Of course. Could you use pumpkin pie mixture? Yeah, that's cool too. You could do that. You could even add in cardamom or some, whatever, Chinese 5-spice. Try things out. Use your spatula to make sure you got everything mixed in. I'm finding a couple little bits of flour here and there. And now it's time to pour this into our prepared 9x5-inch baking dish. Pour it in, it'll self-level, so don't worry about getting it perfect. Use your spatula and just work it out towards the edges. This is gonna bake at 350 Fahrenheit for about an hour. After 40 minutes, you can loosely cover it with foil and it'll help you get a really moist, not too brown top. if you care about that sort of thing. The bread's done when it is springy to the touch in the center, and a skewer inserted in the middle will come out clean, by the by. Into the oven. This is one of those dishes where I've been baking it non-stop because the family's been requesting it, so I thought if it's that good, I need to make a video for you too. Just by the by, before I take a bite, if you like this video, check out my fall playlist, all of my favorite fall recipes that are bound to delight. Now it's time for a bite. That is everything you want. Melts in your mouth. It's just so good. I really hope you get a chance to make this recipe. If you like my videos, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next fall video.